Hello everyone, my name is Drew Staples and today I'm going to be showing you some Python basics while learning the Fizz Buzz algorithm. Okay, so if you haven't already, go ahead and open up Google Colab and then open up a notebook. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be doing for this algorithm is we're going to be making a function. So if you're not too familiar with functions in Python, then this is how you start a function. So just think of a function as a sort of action that you perform. So as a human being, we have functions, many different functions. We drive our car. We have our do the dishes, do the laundry. All that fun stuff. So humans have many different functions that they do. Just reading and eating is a function as well. Just any sort of action. Okay, so if you have these parentheses right here, these are just a way for you to put parameters within here. That way you can essentially put arguments in when you call this function. Okay, so if I were to put an x there, and then I do like print x plus 1, and then I hit shift enter, and then I call this function, which this is how you call it. You don't have to press or type def again. So if I were to put in 5, yeah, okay, so you see 5, because this 5 is this x is like a placeholder for this 5. So imagine this 5 being this x right here. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, so for this Fizz Buzz function, we're not going to have any parameters. So just a quick breakdown of the Fizz Buzz algorithm if you're not too familiar with it. It's essentially a list of numbers. More often or not, I've seen these lists of numbers go to 35, but I've also seen different examples where people have it go up to like 50 or 100 or some n number. But in this example, we're just going to go up to 35. Which, I mean, obviously, if you want to change it, you just gotta change one little thing, and you can have it go up to whatever number you want to. Or you can even put it as a parameter right here. You can put it in here, and then you can have it go to whatever number you want it to go to. I'm just showing you just another simple way to do it. So under this function, we're just going to do for I in range to 36. So this I is just means integer, and you can have it be whatever you want it to be. You can call it x, or you can actually spell out integer if you want to, but this is just a short way to do it first. So for each integer in the range of all the numbers that go up to 36 but not including 36, so technically just read this as for each integer in the range of up to 35, perform some function. So under this for loop, we're actually going to put a condition in there. So one way we can do as a condition is put in an if statement. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do if I modulus 3 equals 0 and I modulus 5 equals 0. Let's print out Fizz Buzz. So modulus, this modulus symbol right here, this means divided by. So just read it like that. So just if I divided by 3 has a remainder of 0 and I divided by 5 has a remainder of 0, print Fizz Buzz. So that just means that any number divided by 3 and 5 equally will be will print out as Fizz Buzz, as opposed to our other conditions. Okay, so just think, what number is divided by 3 equally and divided by 5 can be divided by 5. So an example would be 15. So 15 divided by 3 would have a remainder of 0, and then 15 divided by 5 would have a remainder of 0. So we won't see 15 in our output. We'll see Fizz Buzz instead. And then let's put our next conditions. So if we want to do another condition under this if, we need to put an elif, and that just is kind of short for else if. So just think of it like else if the integer is divided by 3 equally, can be divided by 3 and have a remainder. So yeah, so elif that integer can be divided by 3 and have a remainder of 0, then we're just going to print Fizz. And the same thing with the next one. Elif if that integer can be divided by 5 and have a remainder of 0, then we're going to print out Buzz. Make it all consistent, make it all capital. So any number that can be divided by both is and have a remainder of 0 is going to be Fizz Buzz. Any number that can be divided by 3 and have a remainder of 0 is Fizz, and then same thing with 5, it's going to be Buzz. So like I said, for this first one up here, an example would be 15, because they both can be divided by that number and have a remainder of none. And then down here, an example would be 9. So 9 can't be divided by 5 and have a remainder of 0, so 9 would be like an example for here. So we won't see 9, we'll see Fizz. And then same thing with 10. 10 can't be divided by 3 evenly, so but it can be by 5, so it'll print Buzz. And okay, and then we just got the last condition. So, and then the last condition, when you stack all these conditions on top of each other, the last condition you'll need to type is else. So if, say, I didn't have this condition, say I didn't want to put this other condition here, this would need to be an else. Okay, so an else is like, think of it like a, like an if-else sandwich. The if and the else are the buns, and then everything else is just your accoutrement. And then, so else, so Fizz Buzz, and then obviously if nothing is divided by any of these 3, then we're just going to print out I. Okay? So we'll shift enter, and then since this has no parameters, this had no parameters up here, because we put all the code in here. We don't need to put in anything here, we just need to call the function. And if you're not familiar with calling the function, that literally just means type in the function name. That's it. You don't need to put the colon there. All right. So let's make sure we got it all right. 8, 9, 10. Is that right? So we got a 15, Fizz Buzz 15, and then what's another number that they're divided by? We got this 30. Yeah, that's okay. So that's right. And then okay, so yeah, that looks like it's right. Then I just wanted to make sure. I get skeptical. I just don't want to post this and be like, hey, you didn't even do it right. So that's all I wanted to show you guys. Just some simple Python, just a simple Python example. Kind of give you a little bit more an idea of the syntax. So in here we're just dealing with functions, we're dealing with for loops, and we're dealing with if statements. Okay. All right. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the day and take care. Bye bye.